Hey everyone, what's up? Today I'm going to share with you my experience with going to a concert. I went to the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I went and saw Post Malone, Swae Lee, and Tyler Yahweh. And I actually met a few of the artists, so stay tuned for that. So the day of the event, so me and my buddy Brian, we met up somewhere pretty close to the Xcel Energy Center, and then we carpooled. We drove to the Science Museum and we parked there. We got an accessible spot, which can sometimes be hard to find, so we are very thankful for that. And then we went to the Eagle Street Grill, which is actually right across the street from the Xcel Energy Center. So we're able to get dinner and a drink. Once we got inside the Xcel Energy Center, we got past security, and then we were in a group with other people that were doing the VIP meet and greet. And then we all got a Swae Lee VIP lanyard, which was really cool. And on the back, it just shows like the different tour locations. We went down this elevator and we went underneath where the Audi Club is for like Minnesota Wild games. And then once we got in there, it was super cool because it was just me, Brian, this boy, his mom, and then there was a producer, 2 DJs, and Swae Lee's buddy, and then Swae Lee came. So it was super like intimate because there wasn't a lot of people. There were just not even 10 people. I drew this for Swae Lee. This is just a copy of the original, but it's all colored pencil inside the Xcel Energy Center. It's Swae Lee, Post Malone, there I am, crowd surfing at the Runaway Tour. And I also made that into a t-shirt. I made this t-shirt for Swae Lee, and then I also made one for Post Malone, and then I had one for myself because I wore that at the concert. And I'm going to show you the footage now of me meeting Swae Lee. Swae was super appreciative of the artwork and the t-shirt that I made for him. And I would have talked with him longer, but I wanted to respect his time since he was going to perform soon. And here I am with Brian. If you ever need to sell or buy a home, go through WeGo Real Estate. Here's DJ Bonix, who's Wiz Khalifa's DJ, and then a producer, Jake Winter, and Mr. Peter Parker with Go 95.3. With the meet and greet, you get a swag bag, so this is what the drawstring bag looks like. And then inside of it, there are 6 Swae Lee ping pong balls. And they all say Swae Lee on them. There's a solo cup, a really hard, sturdy solo cup, and a Swae Lee bandana. We were in row 15 on the right floor. My vision was blocked just a little bit. I was still able to see the performers, and I was still having a really fun time. And I was at the end of the row, so I was right next to this aisle if I had to leave to go to the bathroom. Then the coolest thing happened that night. A security guard came up to me and asked who I was with, and I said, my buddy Brian. He's like, okay, you guys come with me. And he got us up to the right pit, so we were up and close seeing Swae Lee and Post Malone. And with my original VIP tickets, they weren't accessible, so I had to call Ticketmaster and get them switched, so that's how I got to row 15. Otherwise, I could have paid $200 for an upgrade to go into the pit, but instead we got it for free just because the security guard was looking out for me and my buddy so then we could both, see over the crowds of people, which made it extra spontaneous and fun. And then I turned around and I saw Tyler Yahweh, the person that was rapping at the beginning. And then I asked to take a photo with him and he said, yeah. And the coolest thing too that happened was I was doing donuts with my wheelchair, and then his videographer got footage of it. So it'd be fun to see it sometime. It was definitely a night that I'll never forget. There were good vibes everywhere, and everyone was so excited and stoked just seeing the energy. Oh, it just makes me want to go to a concert again super soon. I'm just going to go over the process of getting accessible seats, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like. I bought my Post Malone tickets 3 months in advance, and this will be a good comparison. This is the Lumineers. This is 5 months from now. So I'm going to click buy the tickets. And then once I get to this page, instantly I see all these blue spots. These are all spots that are available for the venue. And I counted them, and there's well over 1,000. Like, I can't even tell you the exact number because some sections only say 100 plus. So there could be 200 tickets there. You don't really know. But there's over 1,000 tickets for sure. And then I click on the accessible icon because I need accessible seating and I need wheelchair access. So then after I do this filter, you can see there's a limited amount of accessible seats available. And I already counted what is available, and it ends up being 41 tickets. So 41 accessible tickets versus 1,000 plus like able-bodied tickets that are still available. Like, to me, that ratio shouldn't be like that. There should be more accessible seating for people, especially because this is 5 months in advance. Let's say we don't want regular seating, because I got VIP seating when I went to the Post Malone concert. So when we click on here, let's, apply filters. Okay, so if you want to do the VIP package, you can sit in any of these blue sections. But I need to use a wheelchair. So I'll click on that. Let's see what they have for wheelchair accessible seats. Oh, so if I want to do the VIP package, there aren't any matching tickets. But if I wanted to pay a high price of $300, I could do the pit, which is standing room only, but I don't want to be forced to do the pit. I want to be able to still have the VIP experience and have a seat without paying an additional $300 for standing room only, because it's the only spot that I could technically fit into. Since I really wanted to go to the concert and do the VIP meet and greet, I had to call the VIP Ticketmaster line. So I called them and I said, hey, I use a wheelchair and I really want to do the meet and greet. Are you guys able to accommodate me with accessible seats? She said, go ahead, buy the regular tickets, and that they would get in touch with the Xcel Energy Center to see if they're able to accommodate me. And if for whatever reason they weren't able to accommodate me, they would fully refund my tickets. So I'd get refunded for the VIP meet and greet and the ticket that comes along in that package. After a few more phone calls and a few more emails, everything got squared away and they were able to move our seats from the non-accessible area to the floor, and I was at the end of the row, so I had easy access in and out if I had to go to the bathroom or whatever. So if there's a concert that you really, really want to go to, make sure to get your tickets well in advance, just because there's not a lot of accessible spots available in the first place. And if it says there aren't accessible seats, call the venue or call the ticket provider and see if they can make some kind of an accommodation. That being said, venues need to have a lot more accessible seating, especially with the aging population that we have. And typically, when I'm in an accessible spot anyway, for whatever event it is, most of the people are fairly ambulatory, or they look like 100% able-bodied. I don't know if there's an unseen disability or what it is, or if it is people just using accessible seats when they don't necessarily need them. It's just a struggle for wheelchair users because we need wheelchair accessible spots. where somebody that's ambulatory could go down one set of stairs, they could sit on the end of a row. We can't sit in our wheelchairs in a seat, and then if we were to go down a couple rows anyway, we wouldn't have our chair next to us, and then we would have to like climb the stairs, so that's not realistic. So it'd be great to see more accessible seating available, because anyone could sit in an accessible seat, but not everyone can sit in a regular seat. So hopefully venues will start creating more accessible seating, because I love going to concerts, I love going to sporting events, and because there's such a small limited amount of seats as well, sometimes accessible seats cost a heck of a lot more than any other seat in a venue. And I don't think that's fair. Or I'm not able to find a seat at all. I'm curious to hear what your guys' experience has been with finding accessible seats, what kind of accommodations have made for you. Have you ever bought a regular seat and then just showed up to the venue, and were they able to accommodate for you? I'm just kind of curious to see what things have worked for others and what things haven't worked for others. So yeah, please comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and then I'll reply. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. The support, it means a lot. I appreciate you guys, and have a good week. Bye.